Welcome to the Penny Bloom Podcast. Ain't another place that has got more bombast. Romp past your mom, dads, listening to Tomcats, talking everything that make you sad. We don't want that. We're here to make you smile. Put your mind at ease. Peace, love, and bloom, and always praise Keanu Reeves. This what we about. Get some weed and now. We'll talk until we can't no more, and then we peacing out. Alright, let's go. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast.
I'm okay with that, I'd say. Maybe. But I just don't. Oh, it just makes me like, ugh. I don't know, it's like a weird.
Hey, Joseph.
You don't. Just don't.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the 125th episode of the Penny Bloom Podcast. 'Tis I, Colton Robertson, and this is the Bad Batch, bitches. Oh boy, is it good to be back with the boys. I have Joseph George with me. What's up, homie?
What's up? What a way to start. Really catching me off guard here.
I know, it was wonderful.
Usually have a quirky thing to say. I don't got something right now, but
you already did it. You already did the whole thing. You were the first. You were smacking the face for everybody up front. But what's up, Miles Buttress? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Just want to get a real quick Control Me Daddy in to start.
We love a good Control Me Daddy. For anybody who is brand new here, sorry that you have no idea what that is. Go listen to like Loki's Losers number 6 if you've watched Loki, and you'll know exactly where that joke comes from.
Go listen to all 6 of the episodes. During one of them, we'll make the reference.
Maybe that's on a Patreon. Maybe that's a Patreon inside joke.
I think it is, but I can't remember.
I just kind of thought of a good idea.
What's that?
What if to take this pod to the next level?
Let's take it to the next
level. We call
level.
each pod an issue. It's like a comic book issue. And each pod gets a comic book like cover, for each thing.
I've had this very thought. It is so much work.
I know. It would be, but just imagining that, having cover and being ooh,
I love that idea, and I've on multiple occasions been like, you know what, this was a really good fucking episode. What if I just went all out for it? And I'm like, that'd be really random though. If I just did it once and never did it again, you know? I like keeping it consistent with the simple graphic. I don't have to do a whole ton. It's nice and easy to do, so I can just put it out with the episode. But fuck yeah, if I could hire someone who could get that shit done quick, fuck yeah, baby.
Just do it. Just hire someone.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Another added expense for the Penny Bloom podcast. But let's talk the Bad Batch.
Bitches.
This was episode 14. We got title War-Mantle, written by Damani Johnson. A new writer, hasn't been on the writing staff prior to this in terms of getting credit for a single episode, so like getting us a new perspective, and boy was it a good one. I really enjoyed this episode. Big Fallen Order vibes for me. Joe, how'd you feel about it?
I want to start off by thanking the animators, the VFX artists, the people that are making the show look this good, because it's ultra realistic, but animation at the same time. It's the perfect balance. It looks beautiful, but you still are in the Star Wars world.
What's crazy is I remember when season 7 of the Clone Wars came out, and that was a jump we hadn't seen for Clone Wars. And then this is another step up somehow. What really sticks out to me is I watched an episode from season 7 Clone Wars just the other night, and Hunter's hair looks fucking great in the Bad Batch. And so great that it's better than Anakin's in season 7.
Dang.
And Anakin's in season 7 was something that stuck out to me. I was like, oh damn, that looks good. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed that and I was like, oh damn. They even stepped up their game within the last year and a half or whatever.
Man, yeah, it's just they have so many shots where they just stay on like a landscape or, you know, just like a shot of a ship coming in. That's just like,
you talking that Camino shot?
oh my
That
God,
Camino shot?
dude.
Where it's raining, the fucking cruisers sitting outside the facility. Ooh, that
Like
shit
so
was
many
lovely.
wallpaper moments. Like I could set that as my wallpaper, you know, like so many times in this episode.
That's a really good way to describe it. Miles, my fucking buttress, how'd you feel about this episode 14, War-Mantle?
You know, I'm gonna start off saying you guys pay way more attention to things like hair than I do, because I haven't thought about that at all. Did really enjoy that Camino shot. I
want to make something clear. Never once in the course of these 14 weeks, you haven't thought to yourself, goddamn, Hunter's hair looks good?
No. I thought this looks good. I've never just like specifically like seen his hair and been like, oh, fuck.
This is like Brad Pitt level hair, man. Okay.
No, I mean, don't
great
get me wrong.
hair.
No, Brad Pitt's hair.
It's totally
It's undeniable. No, like, if there's like, at this point, in modern Star Wars, Disney era Star Wars, one guy I could fuck, it's Hunter.
Oh.
Okay, Disney era Star Wars. Okay, that's fair. I was thinking like
Disney
all of Star
era?
Wars.
Kylo?
No. Fuck no.
Really?
Not compared to Hunter, bro.
Okay, Kylo, no.
Oh, Donald Glover.
Solo?
Donald Glover.
Swalwell?
Donald Glover.
Oh, wait, I mean,
It's Donald Glover.
Donald Glover, Poe Dameron,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oscar Isaac's just a sexy motherfucker. Pedro Pascal, frankly. However, moving on.
Yeah, none of this comes down to me not liking his hair. It all comes down to me just not like, especially with this show, I just haven't looked that deep into it.
I feel you.
Really, the Camino scene that you talked about, I waited to watch this until, when were we Monday night? Were we originally planning on doing this Monday night?
Yeah, a bit late.
I watched it Monday whenever I got home from work. Because I kept pushing it off. Because I remembered like Friday in the middle of the day after I'd already eaten lunch, I saw like the messages talking about how good it was, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I need to go watch this." And then I just kept forgetting, and then I remembered Monday. I was like, and I saw on Twitter, I saw that shot talking about how great of a shot it was, and I was like, "Fuck, where's this from?" And I just didn't think about it again. And then whenever I watched it, it showed that shot, and I was like, "Fuck, that's why I saw that shot on Twitter."
I'm gonna be real. I love this show, and every week I am satisfied with what I'm looking at. However, I am very satisfied with the trend towards 10 episode, 6, 8 episode seasons. 16 is a lot of fucking episodes, guys. Holy shit. I mean, like, I'm still excited, but like, even for these last two, like, I mean, like, I'm ready, but like, I'm not as excited as I was week 2, week 3. You know what I'm saying?
It's also different. The difference, not just with the number of episodes, it's the style of episodes. 6, 8, 10 episode series, you have to pick up the pace a little bit more. This even if it was only a 10 episode season, I still don't think they would have picked up the pace. So I still think it would very much just be the nice, slow, easygoing, no urgency that we've been seeing, which is perfect for this style show.
Absolutely. See, and that's another thing, is that like, I don't mean to discredit it in that way. I'm just saying that now that we have had this for 14 going on 15 weeks now, I'm not like, highly anticipating anything every week. Yeah. No matter how cool these last 2 episodes are going to be. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know they're going to be dope.
Yeah. Part of it for me was also once Loki was ended, because I got in the routine of like, all right, Monday, I watch Rick and Morty. Wednesday, I watch Loki. Friday, I watch this. And it was the perfect,
little week
schedule. And then Loki stopped, and I'm still watching, Monday or Tuesday, I'll eventually remember about Rick and Morty, and so I'll watch that. And then just Friday I'll just be like, oh fuck, I didn't even think about this. Well, I guess I'll watch it later, and then we'll start sending messages about, hey, when are we gonna do the podcast? And I'm like, oh fuck, I still haven't watched this yet. I gotta get on that.
Yeah, I am interested in the narrative choice to have never ever made the effort to save Crosshair. That's not how the season culminates. It's them going to be trying to saving Hunter. I thought that was interesting. I'm okay with it. I'll accept it. However, I don't entirely buy it. It's not incredibly believable for the Bad Batch to not want to get Crosshair for my money.
I think if they don't have Omega, yes, it's not believable that they don't try and go save Crosshair. But I think because of Omega and like there's that one, whenever they like promise her like, no, you're never going back. True. I think then they're like, all right, we're gonna let what happens with Crosshair happen. We have a more important thing to do now, and that's
watching over a child.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
Or they just think it's like maybe like he's too far gone, right? Like right now, or like it's too hard to get him, get his chip out.
That's what I think would be uncharacteristic.
Of like them not wanting to go through that to save their
yeah, like I think that if they had I think Miles has to be right. Like they would overcome any odds they had if they didn't have Omega. But however, I do kind of wish they would have that conversation on screen.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they fought through an Imperial base just to save a guy
Gregor.
Yeah, Gregor, who Rex was like, "Hey, can you help my guy out, please?"
Yeah, like they've braved random shit for random people before. Like they'd ride for their man's Crosshair. I just wish that they would have talked about it at some point on screen. However, the way that this episode culminates, pretty badass. With the ending, it's pretty great. It's sad. It's electrifying. It's all of the above. Do you guys want to do a scene by scene, or do you want to be random about this shit?
I'm good with whatever. But while we have a real quick pausing point, Joseph, do you hear an echo through Colton whenever you talk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are echoing. I noticed it, but we were in the middle of conversation, and so I was
Why
like,
is it
I don't
only...
want to.
But it's only when I
used to hear it.
It's
boppity bop.
Hello.
Boppity.
I don't hear it anymore.
Boppity 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 bop.
The reason that you could only hear it for you, Joseph, is because of the fact that I think it's like how it's coming through.
Yeah, it was just it was on my end. My volume was all the way up, and Joe's
because I could hear it from me, and then every once in a while, if I really paid attention, whenever you would talk, Joseph, I could hear just at the tail end of your words, I could hear just a slight overlap of an echo, and so that's why that's how I narrowed it down to it being Colton.
Echo.
I'm Omega.
Echo. All right, let's do this. War-Mantle, episode 14, written by Damani Johnson. We start on this planet called Darrow, with a clone trooper being hunted through the woods. It's a pack of these dogs from a galaxy far, far away. They're we got a little bit of a Ramsay Bolton thing going on here. It's a little scary,
I thought the exact same thing, which fits because the guy's Gregor.
Another Game of Thrones name. Yeah. I mean, it all goes together.
It all fits together. Also, aren't half of the writers for this season former?
There have been a couple Game of Thrones. There have been a couple Game of Thrones writers here. Gersom Ron Sandu is the one I remember specifically.
Sure.
But Gregor. He's running through these woods. He reaches a cliff, and he's forced to head in a different direction. But he is eventually cornered by these two massives, as they are called in the Star Wars universe, and a plant's glowing beacon on a fallen tree before fleeing again, leading his pursuers away from this device. He's stunned twice. He is stunned twice. He gets hit, and he's like, "I can keep running. I got this shit. I'm on it." And then he gets taken down. And he gets covered in the plant, the wood, the fern, if you will, and he collapses to the ground. His pursuers take him captive, and he's dragged away. And the guys up on the ship, Bad Batch, Clone Force 99, they're on the Marauder, and they're in hyperspace, and Omega's like trying to fix Gonki with a little screwdriver, and Hunter's doing his little twisty knife thing. He's twirling the knife between his fingers, and Omega looks down at the little tool she's using on Gonki and tries to flip them between her fingers, and I was like, this shit's adorable, bro. I don't know how you can not like Omega. Point.
They put in so many of those little cute moments, like
she wants to be just like
they're really good about it.
That's her idol.
Well, I also think they're trying to do their hardest to make her be like a super likable character, so that way they can continue using her,
like in the Book of Boba
elsewhere.
Yeah. And their intuition came out pretty hard in this episode, both of them.
Yeah.
Like, did you realize that? Like, Hunter just being like, there's something in that mountain. And then Tech being like, I think you're right. Like, how did that dude look at the ground and be like,
I'm thinking his heightened senses,
magic scanners on his...
The heightened senses, it's a combination of like footsteps up the mountain and like sound coming through.
Also, Hunter I could actually believe, because like with the heightened senses, you could very easily say there is no way that massive base is not just causing the ground to shake constantly.
That's fair.
At least like shake enough to where he could be like, I feel a slight rumble coming from the mountain, and I hear people.
I will say, during that scene, boy oh boy, they know how to climb a fucking mountain, and fast. However, I'll hop back in here. Echo informs that they are being hailed by Rex, and the Bad Batch gather on the bridge, and Rex tells them, I need your help. I've received a distress call from a trooper, good old friend of mine. However, I'm busy. Good luck. This was real Maz Kanata vibes in The Last Jedi. I was like, man, what the fuck? You can't get Rex in on this mission? What's Rex doing? What's he so busy with that you can't...
I just love him wearing a robe.
Bro.
Like,
Rex
just looking all Jedi-like. Like, he's looking all Jedi-like. Like, it's just like...
I love me a good poncho in Star Wars, bro. The highlight of the season for me is Wrecker in a poncho. Wrecker in a poncho. Episode 4. I'll never forget it.
Because I just came from Rebels seeing old Rex, old guy Rex. Now I'm seeing him back in, like, his prime, I guess you could say. Which it's just cool.
You're seeing Prime Rex versus Daddy Rex from Rebels.
Daddy Rex. Control me, Daddy. But, Rex tries to explain, but before he can, a beacon rings and he's like, oh, I gotta go. He transmits the coordinates to the Bad Batch and then signs off. What the fuck is Rex so busy with? Is he, like, on a rebellion mission at the moment? Like, what's...
Yeah, It's an excellent question.
Okay. Well, what's the timeline here? So, this is way after Ahsoka. Like, he wouldn't...
I mean, this isn't way after Ahsoka.
Yeah, no, not way after. Like, maybe, like...
maybe months?
Okay, so...
Probably months.
Couple months, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting to think of what that man's doing now.
I like to think...
He could just be on the run, like under a lot of heat.
I like to think that he certainly could be on the run. He is a fugitive from the Empire because he is a traitor to Order 66.
Well, but I don't think not that many people know he's alive though. Like the Empire.
Oh yeah, he's dead in the Empire's eyes. I'm willing to bet that he's working with Bail Organa in the early stages of the Empire. Just because. Certainly. Just because he never came in contact with Ahsoka, and Ahsoka is also working with Bail, doesn't mean they knew about each other, because Bail was really good at keeping secrets. So he would not tell anyone where a Force user was. You know what I'm saying?
Do Ahsoka and Rex not they know about each other.
They know they're alive, they just they are not with each other. They don't see each other again until Rebels.
I completely forgot about
That's
that. You're right.
they have like a reunion at the beginning of Rebels.
Yeah.
So they go their separate ways at the end of the Clone Wars. For what interesting choice in my opinion to like choose to go separate ways. I think it was just so they could have a reunion moment in Rebels, and they had to make a continuity thing a little bit in the Clone Wars.
And actually thinking about it, there's also the chance that in writing Rebels, they thought, all right, well, maybe Rex didn't know that she was still alive. And then whenever they wrote Clone Wars Season 7, they were like, this is way too good of an opportunity to pass up. We're having, him help her get off, and then we're just going to ignore the fact that they haven't seen each other since this moment.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that Rex is operating with Bail Organa, though, because, goddamn.
Yeah.
If Jimmy Smits isn't coming back to play Bail Organa as as like a secondary supporting role in Andor, I'm going to flip my shit. I need more of this man in Star Wars. He is golden. I love Bail Organa. And frankly, in Obi-Wan Kenobi, we're getting young Leia. That's been confirmed. Hell yeah. That means we're getting Bria Organa. We're getting Leia's mom. We're getting her dad, Bail. So, fuck yeah, baby. I'm all the way in. 2022 going to be a good-ass year for Star Wars, baby. Mandalorian Season 3, Bad Batch Season 2, Kenobi, Andor, the end of Season 1 of Book of Boba Fett. I mean, god damn, we are getting fed.
We just got to make it there. We just got to make it there as an Earth,
like young Leia going to be in Obi-Wan?
10.
Or Kenobi.
Like,
because I just feel like they're going to have to do some weird aging to get him to look even relatively old man Kenobi.
I don't think they're going to put too much effort in.
And them not be like toddlers.
I don't think they're going to try too much with the continuity in terms of how old he looks.
That's fair. Yeah, maybe they're just going to be like, yeah, he had a really rough 8 years.
When does Obi-Wan take place?
10 years after the fall of the Empire. Or not after the fall of the Empire, after the fall of the Republic. And the rise of the Empire.
Yeah, I feel like they're just... I thinking about it, I really do think they're just going to be like, yeah,
he just had a
those final
years.
Yeah.
He's been Vader for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They're just going to be like, yeah, after the events of Kenobi, he went and became Hermit Kenobi on Tatooine, and those 8 years.
And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you get a little bit more white in the hair, a little bit more wispy white in the beard, even.
Yeah, they're just gonna be like those 8 years on Tatooine as a hermit really, really aged him.
As they would. I mean, that's a hot sun. That's gonna leather up your skin
Not
real
just
good.
one hot sun. That's
two hot suns.
This is doubled the skin cancer, man.
2 hot sons of bitches. But when Wrecker asked what Rex was fucking doing, what the hell was that? Text like, that distress signal was sent by CC-5576. It originated from Daro, a terrestrial planet in the Outer Rim. I love that text just like fucking always full of facts. Always. Never doesn't know things. So when he does, it's always like, oh damn, this is an Empire thing, because he doesn't know anything about the Empire, which is mad inconvenient. But Hunter asks, what the fuck's he doing all the way out here? There's nothing there. And Echo asks, does it fucking matter? And Hunter explains, we've gone on missions before without much intelligence, but this would be a lot. This is stretching it. And Echo's like, hey, the fuck? Y'all did that for me? And I went, hold up. Y'all had Anakin Skywalker. Y'all had Anakin Skywalker.
He's not that OP.
Yeah, he's not that good.
He's not that OP.
I don't know. But
also, like, yes, they had Anakin, but also, like, they're like, we've gone on missions before with little to go on, but this, it's like every single mission they go on, what's her name?
Doesn't tell them the whole
name
thing.
of the lady that
Sid.
Yeah, what's her name? Sid. Sid's just like, yeah, there's a problem on this planet. Just show up. You'll figure it out. And they're like, what? You want to tell us anything? Nah, you'll figure it out. Get out there,
exactly.
boys.
All their missions are with no intel. And I guess that's why he was saying this would be stretching it. Like, they really don't have intel here. Like, it's like,
Yeah, but like I feel like the most intel they've had so far in this show has been like, "Hey, bring some weapons with you. You might sell them."
You might sell them, but Echo tells Rex, this y'all did the same thing for me on Skeko Minor, and Wrecker's like, oh yeah, Echo's got a good point. And Tech's like, actually, we're doing a job for Sid. Good. If we don't come back with the payment, we don't get to fucking eat. And Wrecker's like, oh yeah, Tech's got a good point. And then we need money for food. But Omega, she's like, Omega's like, all right, guys, but Rex's friend is in trouble. And that's more important than getting paid. And it's like, yep, this is a child show. And Wrecker's like, Omega's got a point. And, after a hard stare from Echo, Hunter's like, fuck, fine, Jesus Christ, I have to be convinced every week of doing something for other people. Have we ever considered that maybe the Bad Batch just, maybe before Omega, they just weren't that nice?
I mean,
I don't think they were.
I feel like that's not, something that we need to consider. I just kind of assumed that.
Bro, they seem sweet as hell.
What? Have you met Crosshair?
I've met Crosshair. Don't get me wrong. Crosshair was never happy, that son of a bitch.
Listen, they swapped out Crosshair for Omega. That's why they're being so helpful. Whereas previously, every time a mission came up, Crosshair would be like, no, that's not part of our job requirement. And they'd be like, Hunter would be like, good fucking point, Crosshair. Fuck them.
Fuck y'all. I ain't doing shit unless it's my orders from my captain. But I did appreciate that when Hunter answers the call from Rex. What is it, Captain? He refers to him by his designation as though it is like an assignment he is about to receive. And I loved it. I was like, that's cute as hell. But
yeah, he received the assignment and still said, fuck you, I don't want to help you.
Back at Camino, Crosshair tells Rampart that the operation is ahead of schedule. And Rampart's like, you know what? Get every available clone. Get them the fuck out of here. Mobilize those bitches. And these gunships take off, and a Kaminoan watches, and Crosshair's like, what about these motherfuckers? What about the Kaminoans? And Rampart's like, yeah, we got our orders. You know what they are. Wait a sec. We gonna do this when the time, right? You know what it is. They gonna die. They gonna die, that's for sure. I can tell you that much. But just hold off for now. We gonna wait for a little bit.
Jesus.
Elsewhere in the facility, a group of little clones.
Kids show.
Oh, but that's absolutely what he meant, though. Elsewhere in the facility.
It's just crazy to put that in a kids show, though.
Oh, yeah, we have our orders. Hold up, though. They gonna die. Elsewhere in the facility, a group of little clones are preparing to dip, get the fuck out of there. And one of them's like, hey, Nala say, leaving this facility is against protocol. She's like, you gonna continue your training somewhere else? And he's like, will we still be soldiers? She's like, yep, that's what you're made for, motherfucker. Hurry up now. I gotta speak with this guy.
Can't really do much
and if
else.
you play Jedi Fallen Order, you've murdered these kids. Because these kids grow up to be purge troopers.
Really?
In theory. The last clones off the line became the purge troopers. And these are the youngest clones we've seen right here as the Kaminoans are supposed to be about to get got. So I'm just assuming, putting a couple dots together here.
That's a fair assumption.
I killed him.
But in response
ourselves murdered these kids.
Yeah, but in response to that, I've taken a very firm stance when it comes to kids in Star Wars. Since Revenge of the Sith, fuck the kids.
Fuck them kids, bro.
They can all die.
Fuck them kids, bro. But
did we kill them when they were in adult form?
Yeah, we did. We did kill them.
I would have preferred it if
so Miles would preferably to kill them. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Just
want to clear things up here.
Listen, anytime I kill an adult in a game, my first thought is, damn, I wish I killed them while they were a kid.
Yeah, Lama Su, leads Nala Se to a private room here, where he tells her that the Empire canceled your contracts. We're done. It ain't gonna happen. That's that. And Nalase says, our success with the Army of the Republic is known galaxy-wide. We'll be fine. It'll be cool. Be all right. We're chill. And Lama Su is like, the Empire is not like anybody you've ever met before. We've empowered them far beyond what we can control. Like, they can officially wipe us out with what we've supplied them with. And he's like, I fear that they will destroy us rather than let us continue. And he's like, you must leave. Everybody must leave. Get everybody who's important and get the fuck out of here. I like how he was like, everyone who's essential. Like, get like 5 of these motherfuckers. Let's get out of here. No, so it's like, dope, deuces.
I really like this scene because it shows you the difference between like, Nalase is like, we'll be fine. We're smart. We'll figure it out. Because she's a scientist. Yeah. She's like, hey, we'll find new customers. And you said his name, but I've already forgotten it. We're just like, no, I'm a diplomat and I know what the fuck's going on. They're gonna kill us.
Lamasu said, we gonna die. We gotta go, bro. We gotta get the fuck out of here. I am the politician.
Yeah.
But
who they have no need for.
No need for. In fact, if there was anyone that you'd think they'd murder, no doubt, it'd be Lama Su.
Yeah, which is why he was pushing so hard for them to get off planet. Because he was like, fuck this, I'm trying to get out of here ASAP.
Facts, no printer. But, back with the Bad Batch, the Marauder descends into Daro's atmosphere, and Tech brings the ship low to avoid being detected by scanners, and Hunter is skeptical. He's like, we are doing a whole lot of shit for somebody we don't know, guys. Y'all thought that? Y'all thought about that? Huh? Y'all thought about that? And Echo's like,
he did say it just like that.
Just like that. Echo's like, Rex. Trust Rex. And then
Omega just screams, Omega!
Almighty Rex. Dude, Rex is really the god of clones.
Oh yeah, they're like Rex said it. Follow Rex.
Right.
Yeah. Is there another guy that's maybe Jango is God?
I mean, think about it. If they had followed Order 66 with the same zeal, if Rex had told them to commit Order 66, this whole show would be over. It would have ended episode 1.
It's fair. That is fair. But
that's what Palpatine really should have done. Fuck giving Order 66 to everyone else. He should have personally delivered the order to Rex and then had Rex give it to every other clone. The Empire would have never fallen.
How you ain't gonna fuck with Rex though? You know what I'm saying?
I think Palpatine could take. I'm sorry, but I think he could.
Blasphemy.
Take him.
Also, Rex did almost commit. He
through
with Order 66.
He was susceptible to Order 66. He gave his commands to other people. Like that happened.
He would have. It was just
honestly
Ahsoka.
You know how painful it must have been to hold back as long as he did? Like, oh my god. Pulling back on every instinct you have on your mind to just kill something and, that dude had to be in so much pain, bro.
Joseph, think about the pure adrenaline.
Tech uses the device here to home in on the beacon signal, and Omega finds the beacon under a fern, and Wrecker asks, he's like, where the fuck is the Reg? And he's examining the forest floor. Hunter realizes that the clone fugitive was hunted. He's like, he goes down, he dips his fingers in the grass, he smells them, and he's like, yep, that bitch was being hunted. He keeps walking for a little bit, and he's like, Yep, he's in the mountain. Let's go that way. And
smells like a bitch around here. Someone got captured.
But Hunter's like, yeah, there's something inside that fucking mountain. And Tech's like, yeah, my scanner's getting jammed. And Wrecker reminds them, hey, I thought you said nothing was on this planet. And Tech's like, yeah, apparently that information is wrong. 'Cause I don't know shit when it comes to things that matter. No hate to Tech, though. I love Tech. And he knows some things that matter. He's important.
I can tell you the name and or the call sign and name of the clone that was captured. Anything useful outside of that?
Fuck no, bro.
yourself.
That ain't me. That ain't my job, bro. I don't know what you expected. But Omega is like, hey, nah, I'm going with y'all. Hunter's like, you and Wrecker, stay back. Y'all are gonna be our backup. That's important later. And Hunter leads the other clones towards the mountain, and while examining the trail, Hunter finds that a shuttle has landed at the base of the mountain. And Echo asks what's inside the mountain. Hunter replies, there's only one way to find out, and they fucking bolt up the side of this mountain. They get to the top real fucking fast, and it overlooks a little subterranean underground base, and they duck as a shuttle flies over, and they're like, fuck it, let's get in this hole. They descend down the hill. They navigate their way through the base facilities, and Echo discovers a couple of clone commandos standing at attention. I was like, oh shit, this episode is dope. Clone commandos are pimp. Very, very cool. And I love that Gregor was a clone commando. That's even cooler. You know what I'm saying? But
I know what you're saying.
Notices that these clones here, they're wearing updated armor. What the fuck? Who dis? Mm-hmm. Hunter takes the binoculars. Tech explains that the mountain's natural composition makes this base well fortified, nearly impenetrable. We've been in this situation 7 or 8 times. And, as more stormtroopers descend from the shuttle, Hunter says, yeah, this is no longer a simple extraction. There is a lot of motherfuckers here. We should get back to the ship and tell Rex we cannot do this. Echo's like, brah, this the mission. It's like,
I do it for Rex.
I gotta know why. Echo didn't just go, I know he found his home with the Bad Batch in season 7 of the Clone Wars. I gotta think,
That's
but
true,
the way they're
man.
underutilizing the shit out of Echo, gotta think he'd be happier with Rex. Got to.
What do you mean
I didn't think about
underutilizing?
I just mean generally as a
Rex.
story device in the show, Echo is criminally underused. He is
But think about
no
this.
storylines.
If he had gone with Rex, he would have never gotten to lead a droid uprising against a shitty shop owner.
True. Those 5 droids will never be the same.
So underutilized.
That was pretty lit.
It was pretty lit. It was
That
pretty
was-
lit. However, they did sell him like property moments before.
He agreed to it.
Hardly.
No, he
Not at first.
And Hunter was like, deal.
Yeah.
And Echo was like, fine, fuck.
like,
yeah,
really?
but he followed it up with the "I'm worth more than that."
You got a deal.
Wow.
But, Echo is like, yeah, the mission, bro. Do it for Rex. And Tech's like, yeah, we don't know for certain that this guy's even in there or alive. So why should we do that? And I was like, yeah, and going in blind without reinforcements, that's dumb. Echo's like, hey, y'all did it on Skeko Minor. He says it again. And I would still be trapped there if you hadn't. And Echo's like, this is our chance. We got to help this man. Back aboard the Marauder, Omega and Wrecker are playing a little game of checkers. It looks like when they receive Hunter's transmission. And I liked this cut here where Wrecker's sitting there thinking, and Omega's like, it's still your turn, which implies that this has been happening for minutes. Because you got to get pretty annoyed with someone at checkers before you finally say something. Like, it's like a couple minutes have passed. You're like, all right, guy, what you gonna do? And it's just like Wrecker to not know what he's gonna do, like 2 moves in, because a lot of those pieces are still on the board.
Oh, man.
But Wrecker's like, yo, you found this motherfucker yet? And Hunter's like, nah, but we have found an Imperial base. He's like, yeah, we're going in. Y'all stay there. You're our backup. Comms will be jammed once we get inside. Good luck. And
That's the first time in Star Wars that I've heard that line. That is such a good, like, hey, our comms are going to be jammed whenever we go in. Expect it. Like, I've never heard that.
like they were
before in Star
prepared
Wars.
for that. Like, it was like,
Like, that's just such a smart thing to say.
You will not be able to communicate with us. Just know.
Like, I don't know. I just thought that was like such a...
It was a
nice...
refreshing little touch, because if they got in there and never spoke to each other, I'd have been like, the fuck?
I guess it is just a kid's show, and they're just saying, like, hey, our comms are going to be jammed, so we can't talk to each other. It's literally... whatever. Just...
Tech's like, all right, I'm going to tap into the central database, pinpoint CC5576, and Echo's like, what if we enter through the entry point and the lift shaft? You know, we can just hop right on top of this little elevator here, and nobody will be the wiser. And, like, this is really where I got them Fallen Order vibes, mixed with the jungle outside, reminded me of Kashyyyk a little bit, and then the elevator. I mean, boy, oh boy, did you spend way too much fucking time on elevators in Jedi Fallen Order. Those things took hours.
All those loading screens that aren't loading screens.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, we're almost to the top. We got to save real quick, though. Sorry.
I do remember those elevators now that you mention them, and I'm kind of upset now that I had to think about that.
But regardless, though, obviously Jedi Fallen Order is a fucking phenomenal game, regardless of how...
A trash game, all because of the
fuck
elevators.
the elevators, and fuck how it takes me 10 minutes to get somewhere to do a mission, and then they're like, actually make it all the way the fuck back now, pussy. But Tech says, oh, wait, I already said that. 3 of the clones, these 3, Echo, Hunter, Tech, they jump on top of the elevator, and they enter the base. And inside this place, Echo was like, all right, I got this shit. Let me get in the network terminal. This is what he's done every episode for 14 episodes. And it's like, obviously you need that.
He's basically their droid.
However...
Oh, that's exactly what
like, this sucks because it tells me
though.
the 4-episode arc at the beginning of the Bad Batch was so that Echo could come do this shit every episode. Just access a terminal. Like, give me a storyline with this man, please.
I mean, what do you need a storyline for? That's all he is he's just a smarter droid.
Just a smarter droid. I suppose you're right.
A smarter droid who can use weapons.
Yeah, I suppose you're correct. But,
But even Chopper has a storyline sometimes,
Give my man's Echo a story. But I guess he got one. So there we go. But
listen, do you really want Echo to come in and steal the most confirmed kills in Star Wars history?
That's
Chopper?
Echo's storyline. He becomes a serial murderer.
That's actually what we see is what we don't see, and we'll see by the end of this show, is Echo's actually on the Death Star. And he stuck his little terminal and inside the reactor, and that's actually what did it. Luke actually missed. That didn't happen. Yeah, Luke missed. Yeah. But Echo was in there, and he blew it all up. So he took everyone on the Death Star out.
Actually, what you guys don't know is that when you're a droid, whenever you wake up, or whenever you're just in idle, you see a leaderboard of the top kills per all droids across the galaxy, or in the universe, and it's just constantly updating. So it's part of their culture to want to.
Can you imagine if the droids just had like a secret Deadpool?
Do they also have like a top droid killer list, so they could just like they see Anakin like turn like 14, and they just see him skyrocket up the charts.
Dude, if you counted all of Anakin's droids as kills, oh my god. What do you like?
If you counted any of the Jedi's droid kills, that it was not fair.
But how is that not? It's kind of fair.
No, it's just because of the era, it's like if you're gonna, you can't.
Maybe just count 5 droids as one person. or like 5 droids is 1 trooper, 10 droids, whatever.
Here's the
something
thing,
like
though.
that.
Here's the thing, though, is that like it doesn't really fucking matter. So we find that the
I'm just gonna type
we find that this encryption on the base is brand new, and the clones hide while a squad of troopers wearing the new armor walks past, and they enter a lift. And while reading the muster report, Echo's like, "Yo, it says that it's only 50 clones here and 1,000 TK troopers," and it was like, "Uh-oh, I've heard TK before. These are the new stormtroopers. A War-Mantle is happening. It has happened." And
yeah, I was trying to figure out what TK stood for.
I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Telekinetic.
Could you imagine?
There's no way. There's no way.
TK abbreviation, Star Wars.
Troop killer.
All I could think of was a team killer.
Trooper Corps.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, and I hate it. I refuse to believe that that's what it stands for.
I don't know. Makes sense.
Wow. Refuse.
It's Trooper Corps, but Corps is spelled with a K. That's why I hate it.
Yeah, that's why. That's so unnatural. You forced the shit out of that.
It's a little clan-like.
But they're like, what the fuck? TK, never heard of that. Tech's like, what the fuck is that shit? Again, doesn't know anything about the Empire. Hunter asks, about the progress, and Echo's like, yep, got him. Cell block 25, let's head there now. And we see the cell where Gregor is demanding that his captor bring him food. And the guard's like, nah, bruh, you're a traitor. And Gregor's like, that's Captain Traitor to you. And I was like, I love Gregor. That team of the old clones and rebels is just too great.
He's a goofy
Rex,
dude.
Gregor, and Wolf. What a fucking squad!
Yeah.
Saw a tweet today.
Oh man!
Oh my! I did not connect.
Yeah,
that.
That's this Gregor wearing the same.
It's been too long since I've watched
white armor
since
and
I've watched
stuff.
Rebels, man.
Like that looks like a tank.
Why do you think Rex was like, this is like, they were like, all this for a reg, and he was like, it's an old friend. Like,
all right. Let me real honest with you. I didn't think about it. I just said, all right, sounds good.
See, that's what you got to do with the show sometimes, though. I saw a tweet today, and it scared me. Someone said, what if, Rex, Gregor, Wolf, they had one more friend in their group, and it was Hauser. He didn't make it. Wouldn't that be sad? If by the end of this, Hauser is dead, but he was actually a part of their squad? Because apparently Gregor's an old friend.
Wait. Hauser. Why am I blanking on Hauser?
Yeah, I don't.
The first guy who rose up.
Which one's? Oh.
And he's in their squad?
Their squad had 4. And he was...
That'd be a darn shame.
That'd be a darn shame. I would have loved getting some old Hauser with them. And he fits right there.
And that could be like how they stick together, like they do it for him, or that's how they keep going.
That'd be pretty epic.
Maybe we see Rex execute Crosshair, and as he's doing it, he says, "For Hauser."
Oh, I need the Bad Batch and another animated series to run concurrently with the Bad Batch doing their underworld shit, while Gregor, Wolf, Rex, and Hauser are running with the rebellion in its early days. Wouldn't that just be the shit?
If we, that's what I would love, that an animated show about Rex.
God, it'd be amazing. But
just called Rex.
Sorry, I got it.
Rex.
I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with it.
No, just Captain.
I want to see him execute Crosshair. Just made me think of earlier in the show or earlier in this episode, whenever they're like, "Oh, we don't have a need for you to the Kaminoan, not Nalase, the other one."
Yeah, Lamasu.
Whenever he's like, we have no need for a politician, and then the doors close with the two stormtroopers like standing there with their guns. I was so disappointed. I really just wanted to hear some blaster fire go off. Like it's obviously like it's pretty clear that the Kaminoan did not survive, but I still wanted to hear the pew pew just to make it like clear.
And there's like the potentiality that they're just like, yo, you ever do some shit, we will kill you. Like, now you're under our thumb. I hope that's not the case.
No. It's definitely they're dead. We just don't. It's a kid show, and we're not going to show stormtroopers or even like give a definite like stormtroopers are executing someone. I don't think they're going to go that far.
We did that in episode 2.
But did like the stormtroopers execute them?
It was civilians just in a line, and Captain.
It was a literal execution.
It was Crosshair as commander to his new elite squad, and he was like, "Yeah,
you're right. I did forget about that."
No, they've done.
Yeah, they showed literal civilians die. Yeah,
you're right. They have gone there, which makes me more disappointed that they didn't.
I think there was even women and children.
It was, in fact, I think it was only women and children.
Like, it was like one guy and then nothing but women and children.
It was the worst form of execution.
It was like top 2 next to Anakin killing the younglings. Like, it was right there.
Yeah. No, it was. That's what it was, Joseph. It was one dude who had already been like disarmed and was like practically on his deathbed because he had like tried to defend them. And then Crosshair comes up and is like, "Give us the information." He's like, "I don't know anything." He goes, "I believe you," and then he executes them. And then they're all just like, "Well, hold on."
Dude, it was like uncomfortable to watch. Like I was like, "Oh my god!"
One of them had the fucking blowtorch. Like they said, "God damn!"
Like it's wimp. Like
God, I'm gonna have to go rewatch that episode.
It was
a good episode,
but
oh my!
Just as he's like, it's Captain Trader. Bad Batch comes up, knocks out this guard, and they're like, "What's your name, buddy?" And he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" "Then I'll tell you." And he's like, "Rex sent us." And he's like, "Well, then it's Gregor." And it's like, hell yeah! All right, we're on our way. And they travel through these corridors, and the Bad Batch and Gregor seek to avoid these clone troopers. And Gregor explains that the troopers have gathered for inspection, that there is no way past them. And, Echo points out that if they can reach the lifts, they can't get out. And Tech says that they can redirect them and head to a network terminal. Gregor asks if they are clone commandos, and Hunter explains that they are CT-99s. And Gregor's like, "Oh shit, defective clones for real? For me?" And Gregor's like, "Yeah, these clone troopers loyal to the Empire, those are the ones that are real fucking defective, I'll tell you that." And Echo's like, "Yeah, what was your assignment? Why are you here?" He's like, I was an instructor. So they took these clone commandos and had them teach these the TKs. Had them instruct them, train them. And just then, the good old alarms ring, and Tech explains that he keyed a code 16 to redirect their forces, and Gregor's like, "Yo, you dumbass! You just triggered a security alert. That ain't how this works anymore." And the clones are like, "Fuck!" And they're quickly attacked by some stormtroopers.
You'd think as an instructor, knowing that these codes wouldn't work on these computers, Gregor might have just been like, "Oh, hey, by the way, heads up, I know what you're about to do. Maybe use a different code."
Then we wouldn't have got this dope-ass clone commando from the video game.
You're
Scorch.
right.
Scorch is dope. I like Scorch.
Also, thinking about it, were they wearing their helmets at this point? Okay, that makes a little more sense. Because I was just thinking, because he was like, "I'm guessing you guys."
Yeah, he's like, "With your guys' armor, you're clone troopers."
CT whatever.
Like,
CT whatever, and they're just like, "No, we're defective ones." And I was thinking about it, I was like, how did he not fucking know that they were defective?
Yeah, like their armor.
One of them looks like a
One of them's a fucking behemoth.
Not just yeah. Well, he hasn't met him yet. I was.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there. My bad.
One of them's
and their armor looks way different than any other person.
Armor. You could at least make some weird excuse for. Maybe there's some special unit, but the fact that one of them has like long flowing hair. That we talked about earlier. The other one is the textbook definition of a fucking nerd. And the other one is half robotic.
Tech, I would.
Tech's a cute motherfucker, bro. It's the goggles.
He'd be knowing his
stuff. It's the goggles. It's the way he studied. But Hunter asks, is there another way off this fucking base? And
you're not getting away with saying that. And not getting. You can't just drop that one and expect us to just go over it and not point it out,
me, Daddy. But Gregor says there's only one way out of this base.
He knows his way around,
and it's up. And they examine the body of a fallen stormtrooper, and Tech realizes that these are not clone troopers. And Gregor explains that these are their quote replacements. Hunter.
That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. He sounds like a crazy old man,
Also, not once has he attempted to tell them.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, but
that's what I've been trying to tell you the whole time. You
didn't try shit.
We've had like We've had 3 separate conversations since we saved you. Not once have you tried to say, "Hey, by the way, these are regular people."
Hunter's like, "All right." Stuns a couple more stormtroopers, and he uses a stun grenade to take out some more of them. And the Bad Batch fight their way through some more stormtroopers. And Tech asks Gregor, you sure that you know where we're going? And Gregor's like, yeah, I've escaped before. And Tech's like, nah, you didn't. That's why we're here. And Gregor's like, I'd already made it out by that point. Good try though, buddy. And Hunter asks, he's like, Gregor, you trained these new stormtroopers? Gregor's like, yeah, I didn't teach them everything. That wouldn't be very fucking smart, bro. I'm not a dumbass. And I respect this about Gregor. He's like, yeah, I'll teach you what I know. Wink, ting, and the clones, they reach this elevator shaft, and they stun the occupants and drag them out, and Tech uses an authorization code to activate the lift. And they rise to the top of the mountain. And Echo asks about these new replacement troopers, and Gregor explains that the clone troopers were soldiers of the Republic, and that doesn't exist anymore. And these new recruits come from all over the galaxy. He says that they all swore loyalty to the Empire, and they might not be very good at anything, but there's a lot of them. And Hunter replies, numbers aren't everything. And then they reach the top, and oh fucking boy, are numbers everything. The clones are forced to, take the lift back down. And like, fuck, what are we to do? And back at the Marauder, Gonky walks around while Wrecker rests. He's being all chill as fuck. Not like Wrecker, typically, not gonna lie. I thought this was interesting. It shows that this is how he preps for a battle, though. He knows how to wait. And this is his den. Right before he has to go wreck shit. And Omega's like, yo, how can you possibly be so chill right now? And Wrecker's like, yeah, I'm charging, bro. I got shit to do. And Omega's like, I don't know. We haven't heard from them in a while, and something might be wrong. And Wrecker's like, they've got it. And then we immediately cut to them just in a fucking firefight. Like, pew, 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 pew. I was like, that was a perfect cut. And, they stun a bunch of stormtroopers, and Hunter jumps on the top of the elevator before grabbing part of the lift shaft. And Tech and
I love how it's done.
They don't kill.
Without question.
They do not kill.
Yeah.
I love how much that's evolved, because there was a time where Star Wars and is still expressly known for people's no holds barred murder. Like, they would just murder everybody. Even the stormtroopers at the very beginning of episode 4 were set to stun, and Leia said, pew, pew, motherfucker, I'ma kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
also, no, rightfully so. Kill
the stormtroopers. But, I do like that small detail about the Bad Batch, is that they they always use stun. Like, they do not kill people. And I appreciate that about them a lot. It's certainly a good way to go for a kid show. And I wonder if that changed once they got around Omega. Like, are they like, we just won't kill in front of this kid?
That's probably it.
Almost certainly, because
they definitely murdered people before.
Yeah, look at Crosshair.
Hardcore murder, without question.
Even without inhibitor,
probably for fun.
Yeah,
probably
even without an inhibitor,
more than necessary.
His brain up, no way he is ever held back from murdering someone.
Probably a few children every now and then. I'd
The
say
way Joe's
Crosshair's
sprinkling in the
kids.
comments in between Miles talking was hilarious.
Well,
but
yeah, I mean, 100%. He's killed tons of children.
Probably pets, dogs, cats. What are those? Loth cats?
Loth cats and
probably not any Loth wolves. I don't think he's
those
Loth wolves.
Other dog-like thingies that they have on this planet. He's probably killed a couple of those.
Probably. Let's just say that maybe Crosshair's killed a little bit of everything all of the time,
and the children too.
He's killed a little bit of everything.
Not just the men, the women and the children.
However, here on this elevator, as they're trying to get out of there, Tech and the others, they're like, pew, 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 all at this motherfucker Scorch. And he eats those shits. And Gregor is wounded during the battle and dismisses his injuries.
It's nothing to him, though, man.
I got blown the fuck up once. I'm chilling, bro.
That's a badass
like Gregor
line.
is like, they want you to know this is like the hard ass old guy, like that
dude
ain't
just
shit,
got
bro.
shot. Dude it has a blast wound in his body, and he's like, "Oh man, what a tickle! This is nothing like numb. When I got my entire body blown apart and sewn
I
back
would like to
together
go back. I would like to go back
hours."
for a second to Scorch eating these stuns. He took like 7 of them hoes before he went down.
Yeah, I thought the same thing whenever I watched it. I was like, hold on, why the fuck do stuns immediately knock everyone out who gets nicked by them? But this dude is just fucking
And I like the way they were like, a clone who's determined can take a couple of these. Like they showed Gregor at the beginning. He was on the run, he took a stun, and he kept going. I mean, it hit his leg, so maybe that had part of it. But
yeah, when did this become canon? Because I feel like we have seen tons of determined people just get knocked immediately by a stun.
The canon stuns that I've seen are freaking this tall. Their whole body.
yeah,
tall.
they like grow and take out the whole body.
The whole body. Like there's
stuns,
no missing.
The stuns that we've seen have been like Mike Tyson punches to the jaw.
No
These things
missing.
have been knocking people out without second thoughts.
Like
I just
there's
like
no
this
way
is
you
just
miss
how
a stun.
badass these troopers are, and also how badass the clone commando armor probably is.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like the arm like adds to it. Just because I feel like we've seen Jedis get stunned before, haven't we?
Yeah. It's instant. It's boom. Yeah, down.
Like we've seen other like Jedis get stunned before, and they just get knocked
instantly.
I feel like they'd be pretty determined.
Yeah, you're right. But here they
maybe George just turned the stun up to almost kill. Maybe. But in cartoons, they were like,
we'll let them. We'll tone it down a little bit.
Stun, and then there's stun, which is what is used here, and then there's the stun plus, where it's like there's like a 10% chance they die.
Chuck E. Cheese stun.
Here though, Hunter, all these dudes
that?
head to the control room for shelter, and they disable the door's controls. And Hunter joins them and says that the Imperials have blocked off all the entry points to the main ring. And Tech proposes using the reactor conduit to escape the base. And Gregor's like, hey, that exhaust vent is halfway up the mountain, but we can't survive that jump. And Tech says that they can signal the Marauder for a pickup. He blows open the hatch leading to the reactor conduit. And while traveling through the conduit, Echo asks Gregor, how'd you end up here? And amidst battling his wound, Gregor's like, yeah, they sent me here with other clone commandos, and I very quickly realized, this fucking sucks. We got to get the fuck out of here. And he's like, yeah, Empire doesn't take lightly to discretion. And they're like, yeah, buddy. Or discretion. Desertion.
No, I wasn't gonna. You know what? I heard you say it, and I was like, that
Desertion. I read my notes wrong.
Did I miss something?
I
think they like discretion or
secretion.
discretion.
Meanwhile, Omega.
They're not big fans of discretion. Though.
Back at the Marauder, Omega's waiting on the gangplank, and Hunter contacts Wrecker and Omega, telling them that they found the target. We need a pickup bad. We ran into some trouble, and Wrecker and Omega lift off with the Marauder, and meanwhile, the Stormtrooper Patrol realizes that the fugitives are escaping in the reactor port. The Bad Batch and Gregor reach the reactor port as the Marauder approaches, and in response, several gunships and starfighters depart from the base, and the Bad Batch and Omega find themselves under attack. And under Wrecker's guidance, Omega manages to pilot the Marauder. I loved this. I was like, fuck yes.
And I loved how, like, they kind of showed how inexperienced she was in little ways. You know, it was like she still flew it well.
Like, clearly she wasn't good at it.
And, like, getting close, like, was kind of hard because, like, we've seen, like, you know,
hockey stop.
Hera, we've seen, like, just like boom, like it's like nothing to the pilots we've seen. And Tech, like, drifts, dude. Tech is honestly the coldest pilot I think in the galaxy. I'm just gonna throw it out there. He's my favorite.
Because everyone else is trying to fly based on feelings. This dude is flying purely based on calculations.
Dude, that dude goes hard, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Okay.
He looks ahead and sees I have to turn this. I have to turn the wheel by 30 degrees to hit a mad fucking drift to drift on these hoes.
Dude, if Hera drifted, it would be Hera, but Tech do be drifting.
Techio drift. Techio drift.
Yeah, bro.
But
bro, he's cold with it.
You know, she gets the shit a little close over there. Oh wait, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really enjoyed this because as soon as they made her and Wrecker go back at the very beginning, my first thought whenever they were like, "Hey, go back. I don't want you like we'll take care of it." My first thought was like, "Oh, she's flying the ship. Something's gonna happen and she's gonna fly the ship." That was my first thought. And then whenever it showed him later on and she was like spazzing the fuck out, I was like, "Oh, she's definitely flying this hoe."
Hell yeah. But you know, Wrecker gets to the gangplank and he extends it. He's like, "Yo, get on." And before they can complete the evacuation, the Marauder is attacked by several V-Wing starfighters, and Tech and Gregor manage to make on the ship, and Echo and Hunter are left on the conduit, and Tech takes control of the ship, which was another cute moment. I loved this, where Tech was like, "You've done well. I'll take it from here." I thought that was adorable.
You've done well. Now let me drift.
It was like the most polite way of saying like, I need it right now. Okay? Yeah, get away.
Please fuck off.
Fuck off.
But you know, he takes control of the ship and he's like, "Yo, Wrecker, get on the gun." And the Marauder leads the V-Wings on a chase, and meanwhile Hunter and Echo fight with the stormtroopers, and during a struggle, one of the stormtroopers falls over the edge. Wrecker manages to take down two of these motherfuckers, the V-Wings, but the ship shield generator is damaged during the dogfight. Like it's looking bad. It's not looking good for our guys here. And Omega tells Gonki, "Yo, we need you, Gonki." And she plugs the droid into the ship's power system, and he goes,
clutch.
I was like, "Fuck yes!" No, the way they've set this moment up all season by having Gonki in the mix, bro.
Having him say like he's defective
for the win.
My god!
Bro went from a wait to a friend to a fucking hero. I will not have it any other way.
Yeah, I really love that. Like this style of droid is literally just a glorified, like a walking battery.
Oh,
that's
big
all
ass
they ever
battery
get used for, and it's funny.
They're just a power tank, man.
Just a big old fucking battery.
And they're big little teddy bears, you know? They're all teddy bears.
They're kind of sweet. But, you know, this allows Tech, he's like, all right, now I got this shit. He circles around the mountain base long enough for Wrecker to shoot another one of the V-Wings, and it causes it to collide with the other one. And Tech tells Echo and Hunter that, you know, we're coming back around. Be ready. And Echo manages to jump aboard. However, more V-Wings arrive, disrupting the rescue. Hunter jumps and almost reaches the gangplank. He's got this shit. No, he doesn't. He's falling. He bang, 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 bang.
In a line they said 5 minutes ago. No one can survive that jump.
Bro eats this shit.
Survives the jump.
Well, I think it helps that he hit literally everything on the way down.
Well, it shows his like hunter, like it shows his like nature, like knowledge of like how to break his fall. Dude, yes, that's an instinct.
He did not do any of that on purpose.
He knew the knife. He pulled it out and it like. No. He was all like, he's done that before, bro. He's done that before.
Bro has fell from several hundred feet in the air on several occasions.
He's done that before.
Hitting every single branch of every tree on the way down, he didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah, he did.
But he falls down into the forest, and Omega's like, "Fuck, Hunter!" And and back in the cockpit, Gonki, he short circuits. This was way too much for Gonki. This was way too much for him to handle, bro. And
listen, there's a
he's
lot
like,
of excitement
and then
it's a big day
for Gonki. But as soon as he goes kaput, so does the ship. Multiple systems
he
fail.
failed when he was needed most.
Yeah. The multiple systems fail, and the Marauder manages to take out a couple more V-Wings with the rear cannons. Meanwhile, another gunship lands near Hunter, and Hunter rises to his feet, and he's like, "Y'all, get out of here." Tech's like, "No, we are staying with you." And Hunter's like, "Nah, get them to safety, get the fuck out of here." And the Marauder rises into the sky. Wrecker continues exchanging fire with some V-Wings, and several crash into the mountain while others are shot down, and Omega pleads with Hunter, "Please, order them to turn around, Hunter, please." And Hunter is unwilling to sacrifice the team to save himself. He allows himself to be captured by stormtroopers, and the Marauder flees into hyperspace. Fuck. Bro.
Yeah.
We knew it was happening eventually. We knew someone was getting left behind.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know why. But for some reason, I thought this season was culminating in that idea that I had earlier. Like, I thought we were going to end on a semi, not a high note, but an effort to save Crosshair. Not an effort to save one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought we were exiting the season on. However, I love this. I'm down for it. So, I mean,
perfectly sets up the Crosshair
redemption. It does.
Now that he's killed all those women and children, perfect.
And I am so worried. Like, I just want Crosshair to rejoin the Bad Batch and kind of get his inhibitor chip removed, just rejoin the team and be fine. I am concerned they're just going to kill this guy. And I really don't want that. That'd be a damn shame for my money.
See, part of me thinks yes, they do kill him, but also at the same time, I think no way they kill him. At best,
not this season.
Yeah, if they kill him, it'll be next season. He's either going to get redeemed, or they're going to save Hunter, and they're going to think they killed him, but he's going to have survived by the skin of his teeth.
So a Moff Gideon crashes his TIE fighter and emerges from the ashes with the Darksaber type shit.
Yeah, like he's barely going to be alive, and they're going to think, "Oh, he's dead."
He's going to emerge with his two little pistols.
Get out. Yeah, and then executes Omega, and that's how the
Omega dies in the finale. But back at the central city of Kamino, Rampart confronts Lama Su, and he's like, "Yo, I'm disappointed in you, and I'm disappointed in your squad. You guys." It was a pretty disturbing matter I have to bring to your attention, guy. All these people were trying to leave.
This happens at the end of the episode?
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking this happened way earlier on. That's why I brought it up earlier, because I thought I had just missed out on
this happens immediately before.
I completely forgot that this happens at the very end.
Immediately before the Crosshair Hunter scene. But, he's like, "Damn, bro. Y'all tried to leave. That's sad." And an elite squad trooper enters the room with Nala Se, and he's like, "Eek, we found that you were gathering medical personnel to flee Camino. I don't like it." And Lama Su's like, "Oh, no. I will decide a suitable punishment for thee. I've known nothing of such things. Fuck you, Llama. Fuck you, Llama. Llama, dead pajama."
Yeah.
Defend Lamasu a little bit. I think is Lamasu a he?
Of course, Miles riding for the politician here. Fuck you. Fuck you.
No. Fuck Lamasu. But I
No,
think
that's your
what
dad.
Lamasu was trying to do was save.
When you say control me, daddy,
save
you're
both
talking
of
about
their asses.
Lama Su.
Wrong. Anytime I say control me, daddy, I'm talking about Daddy Palps. No, to defend Lamasu a little bit, I think Lamasu was trying to save both of their asses and be like, "Oh, I'll decide a suitable punishment right after we escape the fucking planet."
Yeah.
And I don't think there was going to be any punishment. I think he was just trying to be like, "Oh, what? No, I'll get back to this in a bit."
Yeah, probably. But Rampart's like, "All right, I found your clone troopers overrated. However, your scientists are worth something. Nala Se, I hope to utilize your services for the Empire. And I got a theory." Miles, you tapping something?
Yes, that was.
You're all good.
Sorry,
but I got a theory here. I think that Nala Se is somehow connected to the acquiring and acquisition of Pershing, the doctor we see in The Mandalorian, who is rocking the Kaminoan sigil on his sleeve. He has to be.
Oh, was
yes.
he really?
Yeah, I think that somehow that's how the storyline gets branched, as Lama Su coming into the the service of the Empire, and her somehow.
I would agree with that. That makes the most sense for her to be the one that eventually leads into the Daddy Palps clone research.
Are we gonna get Grogu? Like
In the Bad Batch?
I hadn't considered
like
that,
the
but he's alive.
because they've been
right.
hunting Grogu before, like Mando came into the picture.
But I don't think they ever had Grogu.
That doesn't mean they weren't after him. He's a Force sensitive who was in the galaxy.
I
You don't think they've ever gotten close?
Him. Oh, you're saying, are we going to get like Grogu
Think about
escaping?
Because at some point, some person put Grogu in a max security freaking lockdown in that spot where Mando got him. Like someone put
I never
Grogu
even
there.
considered that it was a good guy who put Grogu there.
Oh, yeah.
I'd assumed that the good guy had gotten Grogu taken away from him. But it makes the most sense for it to have been like a...
It could... Go ahead. Sorry.
Dude, they could have been after Grogu for a while. Like...
It could have been like because like that was
maybe a Jedi
security place.
Maybe
that was
a Jedi had Grogu and that Jedi died or something like that. Like maybe it's Mace or something. Like what if it's something insane and they introduce it in this?
That's a distinct possibility.
But I think thinking about it, I think that one was one where like someone like the good guy had gotten Grogu taken because weren't there like raiders defending the building?
Yeah. That's what made me think it wasn't a good guy who did it.
Yeah, I think someone had stolen Grogu and didn't know what Grogu
Hondo
was.
Ohnaka stole Grogu. It's canon.
It has to be.
No, I mean, that'd be very befitting of his character to have found a kid who he's like, oh shit, this kid's valuable, and I don't want to kill the guy. And I also don't want to capitalize him. He's too fucking cute. Let's go hide him.
Also,
Hondo.
would be very fitting in
the group.
They need to get Hondo Ohnaka in as many Star Wars properties as they
I pray.
can.
I pray.
Yeah.
The Hondo 99 one split.
If I don't get live action Hondo,
we got to be getting him in the Book of Boba. How could we not be getting all the best?
You mean the Book of Alpha? Dude, I like calling Boba Alpha now.
Alpha. That's kind of pimp.
Oh, I was so fucking confused. I was like, "What the fuck?"
The
are
Book
you
of
talking
Alpha,
about,
man.
Joseph?
That's kind of dope. Alpha Boba. Boba Alpha. The Book of Alpha.
The note I took here was that the Empire says they have little need for Lamasu's service, and then 2 elite squad troopers arrest the Prime Minister. So I think I had the same impression then as I do now. I think that like if he was going to get killed, they would have shown it.
Nah.
That was a character who appeared in Attack of the Clones. That guy needs an on-screen death if we're going to kill him.
Nah.
I don't know.
They just didn't want to. They didn't want to show the execution of prisoners. Civilians, they'll show, not prisoners.
But back on Darrow here. Hunter is locked in a cell where he is greeted by his former comrade Crosshair. Crosshair's like, I was hoping for the whole squad, but you will do. I was like, oh damn.
It's a good thing they got their inhibitor chip removed.
He's about it, man.
Do you think they're going to try and throw
Crosshair's
them in the little machine thing, and they're going to try and turn it up, and they're going to be like, ha 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 ha?
Probably. I feel like they'll try. Yeah, they'll try and like be like, all right, go and turn on his inhibitor chip, and they'll be like, what? He doesn't have an inhibitor chip?
Is it possible that they might get one put back in?
I'm thinking they had to be grown with them in.
Yeah,
I think it's an organic switch. I don't think it's like a.
Yeah. No, it's something that I think it's like
mechanical, technological.
Yeah, technical. Yeah, it's
man-made.
It's like a thing. Like it's a chip. I think that they actually put in there because it's like. I think it is slightly organic though because I think it does grow with you. But I also think it's one of those things where I 100% think they die if they try and put one in a fully grown clone. Because, like, they were afraid they were going to die getting them taken out. No way they're not afraid that it will. Although, I guess, who cares?
Yeah. Like, if they can, like, they can. If they can't, they can't, you know?
Oh, no, I'm saying, like, they don't care if they kill Hunter trying to put a chip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You're saying if they can, great. If they can't, he's dead. Oh no.
Okay, I did some research.
To worry about.
The chips were surgically implanted into the brains of every single clone in the embryo stage.
Wow.
Allegedly to prevent clone troopers from being overly independent and aggressive like Jango.
So I think they're like bio. Mechanical?
It says they are.
Question mark?
It says they were biochips that were engineered into the clones. So I think like it's like it's obviously a separate entity. Like they can take it out, like they have. But I do think they grew it. Like I don't know that it's like.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oopsie. But yeah, this was a hell of a good end of an episode and a great episode overall. One of my favorites. And like I mentioned multiple times, the Fallen Order vibes for this one were out the ass. You even had a Fallen Order reference, I think, with those troopers getting taken out, the Purge troopers getting escorted off. And Scorch was dope. That's a video game callback to the Clone Commandos, Republic Commando, I mean. So that's pretty dope. Like, just this being a melting pot of everything Star Wars. I know I said that I'm not like super excited for it every week, but we've been saying that for several weeks now, you know, like it's just something that we have every Friday. Thank God.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for it to come back another season. However, we got these last 2 episodes, baby. These last 2 episodes. Let me get some theories here.
I might stay up.
Get some theories here.
I might stay up.
I will not stay
up. Well, my grand theory is that this is Grogu's backstory, basically. But my theory for these next 2 episodes is obviously they're gonna be the episode will open, be like, all right, how are we getting our boy back? Like, what are we gonna do?
I bet we are in the process of trying to get him back within 10 minutes of this episode.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, I think that's not a big part of it.
You don't think they're gonna dilly dally and like go off on some other quick adventure real quick?
No, I think we're jumping right into it.
They're not gonna get a mission from Sid to go do.
You never know.
You know, stick around somewhere.
It could
They
be
go and try and get
possible
help.
that they rescue him. It could be part 1. At the end of part 1 is they rescue Hunter, and at the end of part 2 is like they try to rescue Crosshair.
They murder Crosshair.
I think it would be pretty cool if the Bad Batch try to enlist some help in order to get Hunter from Red.
I think if they don't tell Rex, like, just tell him straight up, like, hey, we lost him saving your boy.
Yeah. Rex,
You're going to come
and
help
Gregor
us
are
save
going to
our
be
boy.
in on this. And I'm assuming Rex and Gregor are going to be like, let's go grab our boy. And we go get Wolf. So I'm thinking that's exactly how this is going to fall into place.
I just had an amazing thought. Continuing the thought process that we had earlier about what's the guy, the Hauser. Kept wanting to say Hoosier, and I know that's not his name. Hauser. Hauser is being, wherever they take Hunter off to, wherever Crosshair takes Hunter off to, Hauser's going to be there. Rex, they're all going to realize it. Okay? Rex, Hauser, Gregor, and what's the other guy's name? Wolf. They're all boys. So they're just like, oh, fuck, we can save him too? Because they're going to figure it out whenever they go to save him. They're going to go save him. They're all going to be on their way out. Something's obviously going to happen.
Hauser goes down.
Hauser gives up his life to save the rest of them. That's how we see Hauser going down.
It's scary how correct. It's crazy that this is the night before the episode 15 because I want to make it clear we haven't watched it. So when that plays out exactly, just know that we haven't watched it.
Yeah. Season 2, calling it now, if this is what happens, Season 2 is going to be all about Rex hunting down and killing Crosshair. All for Hoosier.
For Hoosier.
Hoosier. Now, I knew I said it wrong. I said it wrong on purpose.
But hell yeah, I like that theory. I think that's about where I'm at too. Obviously, we got confirmed.
I might stay up for this
It'd be a good one. It'd be a good one. I don't think I'll make it. I'm going to watch The Suicide Squad tonight. It's out on HBO Max.
Oh my god, I'm watching that.
It's on HBO Max?
Yes.
All right, I might actually watch that.
Hell yeah, watch party?
Oh, no.
How do we do that?
Oh, no. I mean, we don't have to watch. I just meant like generally watching it at the same time.
We can start at the same time and then we can like text and be like,
dude, like John Cena? Where is he? I can't even see him.
It's like his character. It's like crazy.
Dude,
still have yet to watch Black Widow.
Ooh, good one.
I need to watch it, and I know I need to watch it mainly because of what's her character?
Helena Belova.
Character. Yeah, her. Got to see what it's all about.
You got to.
Got
to see it through, my boy.
I've had it on my, like, I've talked to my dad multiple times about, like, hey, when are we going to watch this? And they're like, oh, we'll watch it on this day. And then something comes up and we're like, we're not going to watch it tonight. We'll watch it tomorrow night. And then something comes up. And I'm kind of at that point where I'm just thinking, I'm like, I could just stream it for free online.
That's what I did.
Because I don't really want to pay, because I'm not paying $30 for it. My dad might. I'm not.
But this was the Bad Batch, bitches. I was Colton Robertson, and this was the 125th episode of the Penny Bloom podcast. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you very much for having me. What an episode. Right on cue.
Let's
go. Had to get it in there. Had to get it in there.
Last minute.
We need a women and children counter for every podcast now. I think it's Miles's new favorite phrase.
That and a control me daddy counter.
Yeah, we need a counter for how many times Miles says women and children.
Fair.
But thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And Miles Buttress, thank you very much, my friend.
Hey man, happy to be here. Anytime.
Next week even?
Probably,
Mayhaps?
actually, yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
I'll see you then.
Joseph, you called me out for saying the women and children. You've also said women and children.
You took an akin liking to it, though.
Well, yeah, because it's
liking to it.
I slaughtered them all like animals, and not just the men, but the women and the children too.
Head to patreon.com/CoraBloom, where you'll find over 15 hours of exclusive content and a nice little short 15-minute discussion at the front of this episode. It's a lot of fun. It's nice and simple. Head to Twitter @PennyBloomPod. Follow there. Follow @PennyBloomPodcast. And the last announcement of the episode is that for our Star Wars Force user draft, we got the results from Twitter back. And Miles had the superior team with 37% of the vote. I took second.
Pulling in all those.
I took second with 34. Kyler with 23. And Joseph with 6.
Woo!
It was 108 votes. 108.
How many total votes did Joseph get?
6% of 108, so less than 6. Or probably at about 6 or 7.
No, more than 6.
Yeah, more than 6.
More than
7 or
6.
8.
106 times point.
A little, like 7 or 8. Yeah! Those people? Oh, come on, man. Those are my people. They know. You guys know what's up.
6% of the vote of 100.
Yeah.
How many? 108?
You guys know what the fuck is up.
Joseph got 6 or 7 votes, depending on how they rounded. More likely 6.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. You know how there's a cold open? I'm gonna have a hot close, if that's all right. You guys ever wanted to have like Bruce Wayne like just rip your spine out of your body and just like extend it and just like have it like decompress and then just like him put it back in you? Like, do you ever like just like, you know how like in the video games, like and like that dude's definitely like never going to the chiropractor again. Yeah. Like he's like all good. Or, like it's either all broken or like all good. I need that. That's my hot close.
Peace, love, and bloom, and always praise Keanu Reeves.